Alan Zlotowski on the mic here, and run down the roster here for Satellite under head coach Darren Bolton in his 10th season. Number 1, senior Lola Huffnagel. Number 2, senior Brooke Burnley. Number 3, senior Kenna Burr. Number 4, senior Kylie Thompson. Number 5, senior Lorelei Filosa. Number 6, sophomore Alejandra Iepert. Number 7, senior Abby White. Number 8, junior Ashley Luders. Number 9, junior Brooke Seeley. Number 10 is junior Katie Little. Number 11, sophomore Lily Ruda. Number 16, senior Kimber Thompson. Number 17, junior Kaylee Lapp. And number 19, junior Maddie Russell.
You know, Jackson, Coach Bolton, 7 wins away from 200 career victories. So we've got quite a few coaches in the county this year that are set for career milestones.
It'd be interesting to see Satellite here for the first time tonight. Holy Trinity looked good against Merritt Island, but just couldn't finish out either set. Lost 25-22 and 25-20 in their 2 sets versus Merritt Island. And as I said on the last broadcast, I'm most interested to see for Satellite this year is the newer rotations and how this team kind of operates without some of those seniors that have been there for all 4 years, like Ava Bray and others from that roster. A lot of the core still here. Seems like starting on the floor for the Scorps is Kenna Burr, Kylie Thompson, Lola Huffnagel, Kimber Thompson, Maddie Russell, and Ashley Luders, a new starter to this Scorpions lineup. For Holy Trinity, it's Taylor Yoakum, Julie Watt, Audrey Herbert, Grayson Borgalu,
There you go.
Kylie White, and Natalie Roberte. Checking in for Satellite now is libero Brooke Burnley in for Maddie Russell, as we get set to get underway in match number 2.
You know, it's weird because I've got something right now, Jackson, I've never had in my entire broadcast career. I've got the hiccups.
Yeah?
I've never had that on air before. This is really strange. Really strange.
Kimber Thompson will get us started in match number 2 of the night for Satellite, as Holy Trinity will send it back over. Kylie White got the 3rd touch. Kimber Thompson set up. Lola Huffnagel, deep shot out long, and it's 1-0. Holy Trinity starts out with the lead. Checking in for Holy Trinity will be Rebecca Smith, and heading back to service will be Julie Watt.
Last year, Satellite with 54 set wins, dropped 36.
Julie Watt serve into the net, and it's 1 apiece now to start match number 2.
Bolton in his 10th year at Satellite, 116 and 66 with the Scorps. This is his 15th year overall.
Kylie Thompson serve received by Roberte. Set wrong side there. Nobody there to receive it. 2-1 Satellite leads. And for the Scorps, all but one of the players on the floor right now are seniors. The only non-senior, Ashley Luders, is a junior. So a lot of experience on this Satellite side. Kylie Thompson serves, sails, drops on the line for an ace. For Kylie Thompson, it's 3-1 Satellite.
I think, you know, we were talking earlier, Jackson. I asked Coach Bolton about his team a couple of weeks ago when we did their preview, and he said to me at the time, he said, you know, this is a team that's going to challenge him this year because they are good. And they, you know what, he really likes a lot of the combination that he's able to put out there in his rotation. And he said that's going to challenge him this year.
Back-to-back aces for Kylie Thompson, but a nice second touch fake set drops for Holy Trinity. 4-2 is the lead for Satellite. Back to serve is Audrey Herbert for Holy Trinity.
I thought she played well against the Mustangs in the first match.
Herbert serve received by Kylie Thompson, set by Lola Huffnagel. Ashley Luders will play it into the middle. Quick set, kill attempt, blocked by Kenna Burr. And that will be a block and a point for Satellite. It's 5-2 now for the Scorps, and McKenna Burr will head back to serve for Satellite.
Burr and Huffnagel last year, 1st and 3rd in blocks. The pair had a combined 73 last season, Jackson.
Both listed as 5'10" on their roster. And Burr to serve. 5-2 is the lead. That one is long. 5-3 now. Point goes back to Holy Trinity. Back to serve will be Natalie Roberte. As Burr will check out now for Maddie Russell.
One of the things, well, when we get back to Satellite, again, here we are. So one of the things that I really like that Coach Bolton does, or at least did last year, was a lot of times you look at a team, Jackson, and they have one solid setter, right? That's the person. Last year, Satellite had quite a few players who Coach Bolton wasn't afraid to let them handle the ball last year. So, and they all returned this year.
We got a timeout on the court here.
You got, last year you had 3 players with triple-digit helpers. You had Kylie Thompson, Lola Huffnagel, and senior Abby White last year. So, yeah, there is a lot of returning talent on this Satellite team.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here as Coach Kutzner for Holy Trinity takes the timeout, trailing 6-3 here to Satellite. And it's all 3 sets now on the night for Holy Trinity. They've fallen behind early. And we'll see how they rebound against Satellite. They were able to rebound well against Merritt Island in both sets, but, exerted a lot of energy there on those comeback efforts, trying to cut it off early here against the Scorps. Back to serve for Satellite will be Lola Huffnagel. Holy Trinity 3-3, getting set to receive. 3 up front, 3 on the back line. Huffnagel getting ready to serve. 6-3 Scorps lead. Serve goes to the back line, received by Holy Trinity. Set, Clark drops for the point. Heads up play by Clark, and it's 6-4. In favor of Satellite. Checking in and heading to serve will be Kylie White, coming in for Rebecca Smith for Holy Trinity. Satellite 2 up front, 4 in the back. White serves it out, and nice Luter's serve. Late reaction there. 6-5 as here comes Holy Trinity out of the timeout.
This is what they did so well against Merritt Island. They would trail, they'd take that timeout. I can't recall a timeout they didn't win, Jackson, that they called.
Set there by Huffnagel. Maddie Russell brings the kill there at the net. 7-5, Satellite leads. Russell listed as the tallest player on Satellite's roster at 6 foot flat. Makes a kill there up at the net.
Luters, I think, serving.
Luter serve, dug out by White up towards the net. And Watt misjudged her positioning into the net. And back to herself there. 8-5 Satellite leads. Ashley Luters will continue to serve. Satellite this year only 2 underclassmen on the roster, 0 freshmen. Set outside, tipped at the net. Luters digs it out. Huffnagel set for Kylie Thompson, tipped up at the net. Dug on the other side, fake set, 1 touch over for Maddie Russell. Clark blocked and straight down, but in the net is the call. And it's 8-6 Satellite, back to serve for Holy Trinity. Grayson Baboroglu. Baboroglu. Tigers trailing by 2. Burnley set, goes all the way back to the net, and Huffnagel dunks it for the kill. 9-6. Satellite leads. Brooke Burnley will head back to serve. Burnley to serve now. 9-6 the lead. Burnley serve received by Holy Trinity up off a speaker. They get it over Baboroglu. Sends it on the 3rd touch. Huffnagel set. Kylie Thompson tipped up at the net. Set. Clark brings it.
Oh, you can just see that coming, Jackson. She wanted that one. She topped it or whatever the opposite of top is, but undercut it, but it worked.
A violation there on Satellite gives the point to Holy Trinity regardless. 9-7. Satellite leads. Clark serve. Received by Luters. Up ahead by Burnley. Burr gets it over off the top of the net. White got under it. Clark run up. Kill attempt goes deep. 10-7. Satellite leads early in set number 1. Heading back to serve will be, as Kimber Thompson will check in for Katie Little. And Kimber will go back to serve for Satellite.
Kimber last year, Jackson, one of the leaders, not just on this team, but in the county from the service line. I believe she had 60 3 of them last year, which was, Titusville's, I can't remember Titusville's senior, but had 93. But Kimber Thompson was certainly at the top of that list.
Audrey Herbert picks up the kill for Holy Trinity. 10-8. Satellite leads. Back to serve for Holy Trinity is Julie Watt. Tigers have yet to lead in this set so far, but they've kept it close for the most part. Serve up ahead, dug out by Burnley. Thompson keeps it up. Kimber to Kylie to get it over. Set backside and a kill.
Great kill
for Taylor Yoakum. 10-9, 1 point lead for Satellite. See if they can hold it here. Holy Trinity will look to tie at the line. It's Julie Watt to serve.
And here comes Holy Trinity doing Holy Trinity things here today.
Julie Watt to serve. Tigers trailing by 1. Received by Looters right up into the net. Thompson, Kimber tries to play it off the net. Not enough, and we're tied at 10. First tie of this match. Holy Trinity looking to take the first lead. Julie Watt to serve. Watt to Burnley. Set by Kimber Thompson right up on the net. And the call is going to be a violation on Satellite, and a lead now for Holy Trinity for the first time in this match, 11-10. Julie Watt continues to serve.
No panic in the Tigers. We haven't seen it.
Not at all. Cool, calm, and collected so far from ahead or behind. Watt continues the service. Received by Brooke Burnley. Set by Kimber Thompson. Cross court. Kill attempt blocked. Up front by Holy Trinity. Kimber Thompson bump set. Ashley Looters sends it deep.
And maybe Coach Bolt might want to take the timeout now. Oh, actually, we're
Looters
going to have an injury on the court.
Comes down awkwardly. She'll walk off gingerly. Subbing in for the first time now for Satellite, junior Brooke Seeley.
It's the last thing you want to see is an injury at any time, much less a preseason match.
She was a starter in this one. Served there by Holy Trinity. Kimber Thompson back inside. Kylie Thompson gets it over. Backside set. Blocked up front by Huffnagel. Blocked out of bounds though. 13-10. Holy Trinity has opened up a quick 3-point lead.
I'm still looking at our graphics on the screen. The spinning graphic on the screen for Beachway Volleyball Club is crazy. The way that these things look is amazing. This is just absolutely nuts to think that this is where we're headed here in the future. If you're just joining us, this as we begin to make the transition to the partnership with Varsity Sports Nation, these are the productions you will begin to see on Brevard Sports Network. We will morph into them, of course. Obviously, you're still going to see us at sporting events with phones and iPads, but today we sit here with the 4K camera and graphics galore, but this is our future, so stay with us, and we're going to have some fun here on BSN and powered by Varsity Sports Nation.
Coach Darren Bolton takes the timeout as the Scorps trail by 3. It's 13-10, and it's all been thanks to Julie Watt at the service line so far. She picks up an ace there. It's 14-10.
That's just a great job serving right there, not getting distracted by the timeout and coming right back out. This is a nice run by Holy Trinity.
Watt continues the service off the top of the
Another
net.
ace.
Back-to-back aces for Julie Watt. 15-10 Holy Trinity, as they were able to come back a few times against Merritt Island, but Merritt Island a lot of the run was just to tie or just take the lead. This one, they started their run and have now ballooned to their biggest lead of the night, up to 5. 15-10. Watt continues to serve. Received by Sealy. Set Burr with the kill attempt. Holy Trinity keeps it up. Herbert far side. Blocked by Kenna Burr. Kills the run there. 15-11. Satellite back to serve. Kylie Thompson back to serve for Satellite. Checking in for the Scorps for the first time will be sophomore Lily Ruda, coming in for Brooke Seeley.
I'm told by Ontavious we're using the same cameras they use for ESPN 3 and 2 production as well.
Set, deep shot there by Rebecca Smith.
Just to kind of give you, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I want people to, this is preseason, so I think this is a really good time to talk for a second about this. Just to kind of give you a background on Ontavious. It was during COVID. Ontavious is the gentleman that was in charge of the NBA production and games inside of the bubble in Orlando. So that is Varsity Sports Nation, and that is who Brevard Sports Network will be partnering with. But I just thought it was important to put that out there because you don't get an NBA producer every day.
No, you do not. Thankfully, Brevard County is not in a bubble.
Yeah, right? Well, we can be at times.
16-13.
Wait till tomorrow night, Jackson, at about 10:30 when Spaces lights up.
Kenna Burr back to serve. Satellite trails by 3, 16-13. Holy Trinity leads. Backside set. Kill attempt there. Received by Kimber Thompson. Set by Lola Huffnagel. Lily Ruda gets it over. Up by the net. Backside set. Kill attempt down the line. Kenna Burr gets under it. Up off the roof. Kimber Thompson keeps it up. Lily Ruda drops it down the line. Nice play from the sophomore. 16-14.
So tomorrow night on Brevard Sports Network, 4 kickoff classic games for you. O'Galley and Mainland, as well as Palm Bay and Vieira. Jackson will be Lake Brantley and MCC. And, of course, hold on here, we'll finish this point.
Tipped at the net there. Burr receives. Set by Kimber Thompson. Kenna Burr looking for the kill. Audrey Herbert gets under it. Backside set for Clark. Up ahead, Kimber Thompson. Awkward receive. Burr trying to track it down. Can't do so. 17-14 now. That was Rebecca Smith, rather, with the kill. And Natalie Roberte will get back to serve.
So we have tomorrow night here on the network, as I mentioned, O'Galley and Mainland, Rockledge at Heritage, Palm Bay at Vieira, and Lake Brantley at MCC.
Set by Kimber Thompson. Lily Ruda with another kill there. She's got 2 since she has checked into the game. Katie Little will check in now for Kimber Thompson. 17-15 is the lead for Holy Trinity.
And here comes the adversity and the resolve for the first time this season for Satellite, Jackson. We'll see. Be interesting to see how they respond.
We got to see how Holy Trinity can close out a set here for a win. Huffnagel to serve. Received by Herbert. Quick set. Sent deep by Smith. And it's back within 1, 17-16. Tigers lead.
I think it's a great point by you because they had the opportunity to close out Merritt Island back in that first set of that first match and allowed the Mustangs to get back in and then win it ultimately. So you're right. Can they close here?
Lola Huffnagel drops it in, received by Baborglu. Backside Herbert. Over the net, dug out by Brooke Burnley. Set by Ruda. Maddie Russell pops it over deep. Received by Roberte. Quick set and a kill. Drops in bounds there by Isabella Clark, who's an X factor for the Tigers tonight.
She did that in against Merritt Island in that second set. That's a beautiful cross-court kill shot that she just has perfect ball placement for. She's shown here tonight the ability to hammer the ball through the floor, and she's also shown great touch on the ball as well.
Serve there from White, set, and a kill for Maddie Russell the other way. Scorps are fired up. It's 18-17. Tigers still with the advantage. Lily Ruda back to serve for the first time tonight. Ruda to serve. Drops that one in the middle. Roberte with the receive. Set for Clark and a kill. Isabella Clark again. That one through the floor. 19-17 Holy Trinity leads.
There's dominating, and then there's Isabella Clark right here.
Checking in now for Satellite. Lily Ruda will head to the bench. Brooke Seeley will come back into the game for Satellite. And Baboroglu with the serve. Holy Trinity leads by 2.
What a serve. Great ace.
And Sealy can't get under it on the dig. 20-17. Holy Trinity leads by 3. That's the biggest thing I'm looking for here for Satellite is this depth in the rotation. We know the seniors are solid up front, but especially with Looters going out with the injury early, they're going to have to see a deeper rotation for Coach Bolton as that serve into the net by Baboroglu, 20-18.
And that's the thing right there that and that's exactly what Coach is telling Grayson Baboroglu there. Relax. This is just relax at the service line in those big spots.
Brooke Burnley to serve, 20-18, the lead for Holy Trinity. Set up at the net by Watt. Clark hooks it the other way.
What a play.
Set by Huffnagel. Katie Little dug out on the other side by Kylie White. And Baboroglu into the net.
Well, Grayson's going to want to have that one back, but the play off the hook by Clark was incredible, Jackson.
20-19 now. Tigers hold on to the 1-point advantage. Brooke Burnley to serve. Looking to tie it here. Kylie White receives. Bump by Watt. Cross court. Herbert. Receive. First touch over by Sealy. Set up ahead. Quick tip down low. Huffnagel can't get it. Another kill for Clark. It's 21-19.
I was getting ready to yell, boom. No boom needed on that one.
Isabella Clark to serve after the point. It'll go deep. Picked up by Sealy. Set by Huffnagel. Katie Little with the finesse down the line. Katie. Good positioning. 21-20.
That's good court vision right there late in the set to be able to find that open space and drop that ball in. And that's a critical point right there. Satellite needed it, and Katie Little got it.
Little checks out. Kimber Thompson back to service. Kimber Thompson serve. Going deep. It bounces off of Kylie White as she was trying to let it go, and we are tied at 21.
What was the toughest serve you had playing volleyball, Jackson? The ones right directly at you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 21 all. Satellite trying to take the set late. Kimber Thompson serve received. Set up by the net. Kill blocked by Lola Huffnagel. 22-21 Satellite. Timeout Holy Trinity. As again,
actually,
the Tigers.
23-21.
As they adjust it, 23-21 now. And again, late in the set, Holy Trinity leads their opponent jumping ahead. We got to see if the Tigers can have that comeback mentality here and take this one away from Satellite now, who has the advantage.
Satellite last year with, the seniors on the floor now. We talked about Kimber Thompson from the service line, but you look at some of the numbers that these seniors put up last season, and you're starting to see here later in the set why. Burnley led the team last year with 229 digs. Huffnagel had 204. Thompson finished with 189. So they are all over the floor. And here at arguably, well, not arguably, the most critical point of this set have come up big, Jackson.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, too, we haven't mentioned yet, but the beach volleyball program Satellite holds, and these girls got to play into the spring.
They won another district championship.
And that helps a lot. I mean, some teams, you wait a whole year to get back in the saddle, but for Satellite, they play in spring. That's a spring sport into April and May, and they come back in the fall and get ready to go here indoors, as weren't ready to go yet, still checking something at the scorers table.
And they love it. I mean, Lauren Moeller a couple of years ago for Satellite received a beach volleyball scholarship to the University of North Florida. Now I believe she became an Osprey.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a common sport across the U.S. Obviously, indoor volleyball pretty much everywhere, but beach, if you can get a court, have a team, that's not something every state has or even plays at the FHS or FHSA's Florida, but at the high school level. So if you can play and excel at beach volleyball specifically, there's programs across the U.S. that'll bring you in collegiately.
And then you had here at Merritt Island, you had Lexi Denenberg go off to UCLA, and she's an All-American. Shay Henson, who is played for Stetson and was an ASUN second-team all-conference player. So a lot of success on the beach for volleyball players here in Brevard County.
Kimber Thompson serve received, run up by Herbert, dug out by Kylie Thompson. Good anticipation It's Holy Trinity's point.
Me personally, I don't like all this. Yeah, they keep changing the score, Jackson.
Yeah, now it's tied at 22. I think Burr took accountability there. The refs didn't call a violation on her, but she took it anyway. Timeout, Coach Bolton.
So how did we get back to 22-22?
I think the score was 22-21. That's what I called it. They had it as 23, and then I think they just took
They hit the
extra
wrong
point
button.
away. Yeah. So now we're tied at 22 late in set one.
That's what you call at the scores table checking your phone. Sure. Is it any different than Max Preps?
As we see down there at the end of the bench for Satellite, Ashley Luders has ice around the ankle. Not a great sign for Satellite there. Hopefully she is all right and getting ready to go here for the regular season coming up soon, but still preseason for now. Tied at 22. Back to serve for Holy Trinity is Julie Watt. And when Watt was at the line last time, it was a long run for Holy Trinity. Watt to serve. Off the tape, it's an ace for Julie Watt. 23-22, Holy Trinity leads it. Julie Watt back to serve again, looking to mount another run and get Holy Trinity their first set win of the night. Julie Watt with the serve into the net that time. Got it over off the net in the first serve. That one not so lucky. We're tied at 23 now. High chance to go to overtime here. Lily Ruda will check in for Brooke Seeley for the Scorpions. Kylie Thompson heads to the service line for Satellite now. If one team can take the next 2 points, they'll take the set. If not, we'll have overtime. If they split, set, back, Herbert, down the line, out. Set point for the Scorps, 24-23.
Got to close it here, Jackson. Got to close it here.
If they can take this, not a great sign for Holy Trinity because they led again late in a set. Looking to come out on top. Thompson, serve, receive, set, faked over. Kimber Thompson's under it.
Overtime, Jackson. Already overtime we got, huh?
Tied at 24. Win by 2. We got to get at least to 26.
I always like extra volleyball. Now, Octavius, I know 4 of them producing everything. So
Herbert serve, now set, receive, Burr long.
That go in? No.
Set point for the first time tonight for Holy Trinity. Back to serve, Audrey Herbert. Now if Satellite gets this point, set point is gone, and it's back to win by 2. Back, Brooke Burnley digs it up. Kimber Thompson brings it ahead. Lola Huffnagel tips. Taken by Smith. Miscommunication by Holy Trinity. Herbert last chance. No, it won't go.
We stay in overtime.
Tied at 25. Back to serve for Satellite. Kenna Burr in a big spot here.
Somebody asked me once, why do you call it overtime? I said, because it's above and beyond 25 points. What else are you supposed to call it? They're like, they don't call that in volleyball. I'm like, well, we do.
Burr drops it in. Bump received by Watt, far side. Kylie Thompson sends it right back over in one touch. Set across. Quick tip. Kimber Thompson's under the Baborglou tip. Deep shot by Kenna Burr. Too deep the other way. Set point again for Holy Trinity. 26-25.
Well, chance here for the Tigers.
And to serve for Holy Trinity, Natalie Ruberte with set point. Kylie Thompson receives.
That's who you want to serve.
Lola Huffnagel too far down the line. And the first set of the night won by Holy Trinity comes against Satellite 27-25 in overtime as the Tigers show that they can close it out strong as they do here. Facing set point before overtime, they come back and win it in overtime, 27-25. Set 1 goes to Holy Trinity in match 2.
Jackson, Holy Trinity started slow, just as they did in the first 2 against Merritt Island. This time, though, they were able to come back and maintain that momentum to close out set number 1. They worked hard in those first 2 sets against Merritt Island in that first match, so it's good to see them get a set win here. And I was impressed with the play of Satellite. I like what I've seen, and I think as we've seen from Holy Trinity as this has progressed here, we'll see Satellite pick up a set win as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. A very back and forth first set. A lot of times you see the first two sets split by teams that play a set like that. So we'll see if Satellite can snag set number 2. Big thing I'm seeing here for Satellite, it's a team-based team. There's not one superstar. A lot of teams have their one player they may play around, but Satellite plays off of each other well. They don't have a true outstanding number 1 player. And they play off of each other very well. And we'll see if they can do that again in set 2. But Holy Trinity just outlasted them there in the first set as the Scorps started to make mistakes and get a little frustrated.
Hold on.
27-25 first set goes to Holy Trinity here in match number 2. First set win of the night for Holy Trinity in their second match after losing both to Merritt Island. But so far, every single set we've seen tonight, both teams have eclipsed 20 points. As both teams get a huddle for another minute before we head back to play.
Is this a new remake of a song? The Tide is High, huh? A little Deb Blondie song being remade here, huh? You don't know nothing about that, do you?
Not as much as you do.
Yeah, you said that last night and made me feel old last night, and tonight is no different. But that's your job, young man. You are 16, and I am.
It'll be a big set, too. I don't know if they're doing what we saw last night, where it's 2 sets regardless of split, or if we'll have a best 2 out of 3. I know 2 sets wins it. Merritt Island showed us
No,
that.
this is it.
Yep, so it is just 2 sets. So Satellite looking to split it here, whereas Holy Trinity is trying to close off their night with a win and finish the night 2-2 on overall sets.
So I was just talking to head coach Sarah Wayne of Vieira, and they're going to play next. They're going to play Satellite next, and then we'll close out the evening with Merritt Island and Vieira. And I was just asking Coach Wayne, well, Coach, how do you look this year? And she kind of made the motion of roll the dice. We're going to see how we look. Listen, they're going to lose 9 players off of last year's team, 7 from graduation. Tori Berry's going to concentrate on just softball, and 1 player's concentrating on just beach volleyball. I don't care who you are. When you lose that many players, including the talent and the likes of an Izzy Stark, that's tremendous. Yeah. So we shall see what Vieira brings to the table tonight. But if you know Sarah Wayne, and you know the talent that these girls have, the Haley Beeks of the world, and they've got a sensational new freshman in Olivia Sosa that we're going to get a chance to see play tonight. We've seen her play at Vieira Charter for a couple of years, but she is absolutely sensational, and we get to watch her for 4 years, and other players as well. The Vieira Hawks will be okay.
I think they will, and even if this year isn't a state championship year or a Final Four year, it's a younger team now that they can build around and set up in 2, 3, 4 years to be that state championship team.
Exactly.
Starting out match number 2 at the service line, Julie Watt for Holy Trinity, who had a big first set at the service line for Holy Trinity. Kenna Burr brings the kill attempt there, dug out by Holy Trinity. Backside, Audrey Herbert into the net. 1-0 Satellite to start set number 2. And regardless of result, this will be it for this match in 2 sets.
I want to say hello to Coach Doug Butler if he's still watching here on Brevard Sports Network. Coach Butler entering his final season. Jackson, did you know that?
I did.
As the cross-country and track and field coach at Satellite. I don't know whether to be sad or happy because I know he's going to be joining me in the booth for track and field and cross-country.
That'll be a star-studded booth.
Well,
1-1.
At least one of us will be a Hall of Famer. It ain't Coach Butler.
Burr gets it over in 3 there, set across. Blocked up front there by Satellite. Cross court, Rebecca Smith, dug out by Kimber Thompson. Brooke Burnley will play it up towards the net. Kimber Thompson will finish it over. Set cross court again for Baborglou into the net. 2-1, Satellite takes the early advantage. Back to serve for Satellite will be Lola Huffnagel. And that'll be a name we'll hear again quite a bit in the spring for beach volleyball. One of Satellite's strongest on the sand. But equally as impressive here indoors at the service line for Satellite. They lead it 2-1. She'll send that one deep, but it drops on the line for the ace. 3-1 is the lead for Satellite. Lola Huffnagel back to serve again following the ace. Scorps lead by 2. Huffnagel serve. That one is deep. Holy Trinity let the last one go, and it ended up helping Satellite. This one a good call to let fly. 3-2 Scorps lead. Back to serve for Holy Trinity is Natalie Riberte. Riberte serve back to Kylie Thompson. Now Kimber Thompson sets backside. Kenna Burr buries it. 4-2 Satellite leads.
That is a perfect backside set right there. I mean, that ball had trajectory. It had touch. And that allowed for a perfect kill.
Kenna Burr back to serve following the kill. 4-2 Scorps with the lead early. Kenna Burr serve drops in. Received by Herbert up towards the net. Backside set. And Holy Trinity goes in the net. 5-2 Satellite leads early.
Let's see, the Merritt Island football team has made their way in. They're hitting the road tomorrow night. I think they're playing away.
I'm looking. That's a sleeper team in Brevard County football-wise. Keep an eye on Merritt Island this year.
Yeah, coming up after volleyball tonight, about 45 minutes after volleyball tonight, I sit down live one-on-one with Vieira quarterback Sean Hartman, so you don't want to miss that.
6-2 Satellite with the advantage early in the second set. They jumped ahead early on Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity played the long run game in the opening set, won it in overtime 27-25. At this point, you don't really get a winner off sets. You almost want to look at differential. So if you're Satellite, you could take pride in winning this one bigger. But if you're Holy Trinity, you can win it outright still by just taking this set. Really good play there by Julie Watt, getting that one over on the run. Backside, down the line was Kaylee Lapp, and she'll get a kill there, her first of the night, and it's 7-2 Scorps. Timeout, Holy Trinity.
Nothing beats a left hand, a tall girl swinging a mean left-handed arm, and we just saw that right there. And 7-2 Satellite. But again, Jackson, what we're seeing from Holy Trinity is yet the 4th consecutive set that they're behind.
Yes, early on as well. They fought back. And as I mentioned earlier, every set, regardless of winner, has gone both teams over 20 points.
Right.
So, I wouldn't be too worried if you're Holy Trinity yet, but you got to feel the pressure in a good way to realize, we got to turn it up. You don't want to fall behind too far early because there's some comebacks that just can't be made. But so far the Tigers have done good in staying calm and making those comebacks when needed. Another good timeout by Coach Kutzner. Satellite will break the huddle as well here with a 5-point advantage.
I'm trying to think, have you and I ever just sat here like this and broadcast without a tripod between us?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It feels kind of weird.
Yeah. Kenna Burr back to serve for the Scorps. They have the 5-point advantage in set number 2. Coming up next, Satellite will stay on the court and face the defending state runner-up Vieira Hawks, although they look quite different, as we mentioned earlier, and you'll see them soon.
I'm going to put the heat on you after we watch Vieira play, because then I'm going to ask you to rank these 4 teams.
All right. Kenna Burr back to serve, 7-2. Satellite leads it. Burr sends it deep. Quick set. Tip down by Clark. Satellite keeps it alive. Huffnagel. And into the net there for Kaylee Lapp. A junior, only 3 Scorps haven't played yet in this game. Set and a quarter through.
What impressed you last night with the Brevard Heat? I got some text today asking, are they really that good? And I replied yes.
Yeah, they were very strong, really good fundamentally, making the easy plays happen and then elevating when they needed to. Space Coast actually took them to the wire in their second match, but in both sets they were able to withstand the charge and, just close out those sets strong. So for the Heat, their poise was impressive. Satellite, great play there by Kylie Thompson, but...
Oh, I thought she held up, Jackson.
Scorps are in the net, 7-4. Satellite leads it, back to serve for Holy Trinity, Kylie White. And this is again where Holy Trinity makes those runs early on out of the timeout. They've got the first 2 points since their timeout. White serve, received by Huffnagel outside. Thompson plays to Lapp. Received by Roberte awkwardly, but they play it all the way back up to the net. Clark gets it over. Kimber Thompson set to Lapp, tipped at the net. White is under it. They continue to rally. That one tipped over. And Kimber Thompson in 2 gets it back to Holy Trinity. Backside, Clark with the power. Huffnagel receives it. Kimber Thompson near side to Kylie Thompson. It's blocked. And Kaylee Lapp gets it over anyway. Set up for Clark, and she buries that one. 7-5, 3-point run out of the timeout now for Holy Trinity. Staying at the service line is Kylie White. White serve received by Burnley. Awkwardly, Ruda's not there. 7-6, 4-0 run for Holy Trinity since the timeout.
Same, this is the MO we've seen.
Holy Trinity's been streaky as long as they can get ahead. Remember, they led by 5 at one point in the last match. Won in overtime. White into the net on that serve. 8-6. Satellite will get served back. Checking into the game, Abby White for the first time, as well as Lorelei Filosa.
You don't have to duck.
And it's going to be 8-6 Scorch. Back to serve is Abby White, another senior. Now only one player on the roster for Satellite hasn't checked in yet, so I was looking to see how deep Coach Bolton would play, and he's using all his resources so far. White drops it into the middle. Roberte, backside set. Clark.
Wow, what a slide.
Buries it.
That's a great sliding kill by Clark.
8-7. Satellite leads, and Clark might be a name we see at the end of this season.
Nominated for Player of the Year, yeah. She's playing that kind of volleyball already.
Impressing early. Brooke Ellingson will head to the service line for the first time tonight for Holy Trinity. Ellingson, a senior. 8-7. Scorpions with the advantage. Ellingson sends it. Burnley with the awkward receive. Huffnagel tries to bat it back inside, and we're tied at 8.
Snowman's across now. We'll see what Coach Bolton does here, if anything.
I think he's going to let his girls fight out of it.
Yeah.
Still early enough in the set. You don't have a panic.
You know, I thought it was key in that second match. In that second set, Angie Patrick did the same thing. She let her team battle through that adversity that Holy Trinity was putting on them, and they ended up pulling out of it.
Ellingson serving the net. Satellite takes a 9-8 advantage. And that's something you probably wouldn't see in a playoff game.
Oh, yeah,
You're going to
no
want
doubt.
to cut it off. But this is preseason. You get the chance to feel some things out. Let them work out the adversity. It might not lead to a set win, but for now, you put them in the situation where they have to work it out.
Yep.
Set cross court. Herbert blocked, but it still drops on Filosa and Ruda. And we're tied at 9. Checking in for Holy Trinity is Taylor Yoakum. Back to serve is Isabel Clark.
See what kind of swing rotation here.
Clark goes deep, and the receive not online for Satellite. 10-9.
A lot of empty space up there that time.
Holy Trinity takes the lead for the first time in the second set. Remember, at that timeout, they were down 7-2. Since then, 8-2 run in their favor to take the lead. Clark, received by Thompson, set by White. Outside, Ruda plays it down the line too far, 11-9.
Well, and here come the Tigers taking advantage now.
That's how the first set ended for Satellite, trying to do that exact play, and they play it too far again. It can be effective, but it's got to be precise. And that one goes long for Holy Trinity, 11-10. Tigers with the lead, back to serve for Satellite, Brooke Burnley. All senior lineup on the floor now for Satellite for the first time.
Nice serve.
And that serve drops in for the ace for Brooke Burnley. It's 11-11. Burnley will continue to serve, looking to take the lead.
Up front, it's going to be Yoakum, Herbert, and Watt for Holy Trinity.
3-3. They have it 3 up front, 3 down back. Burnley sends it to the back, received by White, set cross court to Herbert. Herbert gets up and sends it back to Burnley, set by White, run up, and the kill attempt by Huffnagel, received by White, far side, kill attempt tipped up in the air. White can't keep it up. 12-11 lead now for Holy Trinity. Checking in for Holy Trinity is Rebecca Smith for Kylie White. Back to serve is Julie Watt. She's been the strongest at the service line tonight for the Tigers.
Yeah, I was going to say, she does well from here. Last year, Holy Trinity, with the loss of Maya Collins, it's a lot of numbers to replace.
Set by Abby White, tipped over by Huffnagel. Set backside, trying to play down the line. It creeps over for Rebecca Smith. 13-11, Tigers lead it again. Coach Bolton keeping the timeouts in his back pocket.
But outside of Collins, they did have 5 other players with double-digit aces last year, and Watt Jackson with 27 of them from the service line. So she knows a thing or two about dropping first-point serves in.
She gets that one just off the tape. Abby White, backside set. Huffnagel tipped at the net, but it's a kill for Lola Huffnagel. 13-12 the lead for Holy Trinity. Checking into the game for Satellite is Kaylee Lapp for Abby White. For Satellite, still missing Ashley Luders. A starter went down with an ankle injury early in the first set.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see her again, and I don't think there's any reason to.
Save for the regular season.
Yeah.
Kimber Thompson back to serve for Satellite. They trail by 1. Down the line, dug out by Holy Trinity, back into the middle, and that is going to be a double for Holy Trinity. We're tied at 13.
These two teams have put on quite a show here in this preseason matchup.
Kimber Thompson back to serve. Back inside. Set cross court for Smith. Blocked up front by Burr and Lapp. They fake and send it over now. Kimber Thompson's there. Brooke Burnley cross side. Kaylee Lapp sends it. 14-13 Holy Trinity leads. Close call.
Yeah, well, certainly was. Herbert will step to the line. She had 7 aces last season.
And serve coming for Herbert. Received by Kylie Thompson off the net. Satellite can't take it. It's 15-13 Holy Trinity.
It's a 2-4 right now. Coach Bolton's got a lot of room up front there. She can drop something in that. She intends to.
And she sends it
I don't
all the way out.
That serve.
15-14. Tigers lead it.
I think you kind of saw Coach there just kind of, kind of give her one of those looks.
Lola Huffnagel back to serve for Satellite. Scorps trail by 1. Drops it in, received. Backside set, and a kill by Taylor Yoakum. And when she gets a clean jump, she'll bury it. 16-14. Tigers lead. Back to serve, Natalie Ruberte. Set by Kimber Thompson. Backside, Kenna Burr.
Nice dig.
Still received. Backside, blocked up front.
Going to call that
on Satellite.
It's number 17.
And now the timeout comes for Coach Darren Bolton as the Scorps trail at 17-14 late in set 2, which for them, well, is make or break. Got to win it here. Go out 1-1 against Holy Trinity and avoid getting swept.
Good, how are you?
As both coaches.
I don't know about you, but that pasta and pizza looks pretty good right there. Come dealing through that door.
17-14 the lead for Holy Trinity out of the Bolton timeout. We'll see if the Tigers can go from getting swept to doing the sweeping here to close out their night. Kimber Thompson set. Kylie Thompson into the net. Another Tiger timeout win, even not of their own this time, 18-14.
Coach has been very good at that today.
And Natalie Riberte holding it down at the service line. Huffnagel set by Kimber Thompson outside. Kenna Burr sails it, 19-14 Holy Trinity. Remember, they led by 5 in the last set, went to overtime. They got to close out strong. Even in the set win, they were faltering down the stretch. We'll see if they can close it out here. Riberte arcs one in. Huffnagel gets under it. Kimber Thompson sets it up. And another shot long by Satellite. Kaylee Lapp. Scorp's got to have the court vision here. They got to know where these are dropping. Holy Trinity's not even bothering to play them. 20-14, 6-point lead for the Tigers.
Pulling away.
Riberte drops it into Huffnagel, set by Kimber Thompson. Cross court, Kylie Thompson. And Clark tries to dunk it. Burr sends it right back. Set low for Clark. Burr with the kill.
What do they call double on that?
I think it was in the net.
Net violation, okay.
21-14, biggest lead of the night for Holy Trinity. And another Darren Bolton timeout. After a long
Kenna Burr there.
After a scoring run by Holy Trinity, doesn't stop from his last timeout. Coach Bolton telling his players, you don't have to kill the ball. A lot of them going long right now. He says place it down the line, inside, wherever, but you got to stop killing it.
Yeah. Coach, look, I mean, preseason, these are things they'll learn off. I don't believe they play again until sometime later next week. So all 4 of these coaches here tonight, and the 3 we saw last night, can regroup a little bit, kind of watch some film because they'll watch that and fix what ails them.
Served by Riberte, received by Burnley. Satellite needing to win this time out. Kylie Thompson received by Holy Trinity. Cross court, Herbert into the net. The run ends there, 21-15. Satellite still with a shot, but they got to string a run together here quickly.
I'm surprised we didn't see our good buddy Craig Bailey out here snapping some photos. Be a perfect place to do it.
Kenna Burr back to serve for Satellite. Looking to mount a run. They trail by 6 late in set 2, the final set of the match. Set, dunked down by Ruda. And back to Kimber Thompson. Inside, Lily Ruda sets. Lapp sends it over. Set, cross over Clark. Set by Kimber Thompson to Kylie Thompson in the twin connection.
That's a good set.
Gets the kill, Kimber to Kylie. And it's 21-16.
Say it 3 times.
Kenna Burr back to serve. Scorps trail by 5 late in set number 2. They'll stay on the court after this to play the Vieira Hawks. Set up, Clark buries it. 22-16, Holy Trinity leads.
She drilled that one straight through Merritt Island Boulevard.
Back to serve for Holy Trinity, Kylie White.
No wasted movement in her arm there. That was a short, powerful motion.
White arcs it into Burnley, set by Kimber Thompson. Backside, Kylie Thompson drops it in nicely again. Kimber to Kylie, the twin connection for the point, 22-17. Checking in for Satellite, Abby White for Kaylee Lapp. And Lorelei Filosa will come in for Kimber Thompson.
Yeah.
Abby White back to serve. Scorps trail by 5. Quick set. Sent over by Brooke Ellingson. Now Lola Huffnagel. Kill attempt received by Herbert. Back the other way. And Watt with the kill off of White. 23-17. Holy Trinity looking to close it out for a sweep of Satellite to end their night. All things considered, that'd be a solid night.
Yeah, it
because
would
they
be.
took Merritt Island to the wire twice.
Yes, they did.
Brooke Ellingson, Tigers 2 points away. Burnley, White keeps it back. Kylie Thompson sends it over. Quick set outside. Herbert dug out by Burnley. Set by Abby White, cross court. Kylie Thompson down the line, taken by Ruberte. Set across, Herbert is out. 23-18. Satellite still with a shot.
Slither of hope here. The door is slightly cracked for the Scorps to come through it. Let's see if they can take advantage here.
Kylie Thompson back at the service line. It's 23-18. Holy Trinity looking to put away the sweep. Set. Clark.
Absolutely.
And it's match point for Holy Trinity. Isabella Clark again. And she will head to the service line with match point as they look to sweep Satellite 2-0 and before they head back over to Melbourne. Match point for Clark and Holy Trinity. Drops in, received by Huffnagel, set by Abby White up to the net. Huffnagel into the middle. Received by White, set across. The kill attempt blocked. And Lily Ruda somehow finds a way to get it over off the dig by Filosa. Blocked up front by Ruda and Huffnagel. Backside, they find a way to get it over. Bump set by Burnley. Huffnagel into the net. And a 2-0 sweep as Holy Trinity takes down Satellite to close out their night 2-2. Losing 2 to Merritt Island, taking both over Satellite. And that'll do it for this one. 25-18 in set 2.
It's as though we watch them get better progressively each set. And that's exactly what this is for. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to log off, and we'll be back in about 8 minutes, 10 minutes here on Brevard Sports Network with the third match of the day as the Vieira Hawks will take to the court for the very first time. We want to thank our primary sponsors here tonight, Martinez Construction, and of course Beachway Volleyball Club. And you saw Natalie Roberte, Grayson Borborgaloo, Ella Morton, Julie Watt, Brooke Ellingson, and Jolie Eiton, former Beachway Volleyball Club players, make a nice impact for Holy Trinity tonight. And of course our player of the night for Holy Trinity, since they're done, is no doubt Isabel Clark Jackson. I mean, there's just no doubt. So we'll be back with Vieira and Satellite in about 10 minutes here on BSN.